show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Chair, on the panel tonight. It's my mate, Bridgeman. How are we doing, Bridge?
Oh, can I say a big good evening to you, Oxchair? Huge good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to this edition of Rangers Radio.
Okay, we better let everybody know where we are, mate. Rangers Radio, we've been talking all weekend, deciding what we're going to do, and we feel that we're going to keep the show. The show must go on, Bridge.
The show must go on.
We're no toothless terrors, mate. We just get stuck right in.
Get tore right in.
Yes.
I love it. How did your weekend go then, Oxchair? I know you were up, but...
I can't remember, mate. That was a long time ago now. Oh, it was good, mate. Good, fine visit. Seen a few people, seen who I had to see, and visited some friends and family.
You take your mother back, didn't we, you know?
No, yeah, mate. She refused. She refused to go.
I don't want to leave Partick.
No, she refused to go. But Rangers Radio, just to let everybody know, we've decided that we're going to keep running up until as things develop. But we're going to just have shows of an hour long because obviously the news is going to be limited, but as time develops it.
It is that, pal. It is that. Very little news. Very little news.
But we feel we've got a responsibility to speak to all the Rangers people out there who are going to be self-isolated. You know what I mean? That'll be you and the wife in different rooms, Bridge.
Oh my God! And I tell you what, at my age it'll be even worse.
I went to visit Fox. on Saturday.
And
boy, he was masticating his door inside, trying to keep the germs out.
Trying to keep the germs out.
I worried about that man. I really worried about him.
Did he let you in?
No, he never. We've got a statement for Stephen, a press recording for Steven Gerrard. We'll hear that first. Then we'll get a statement for
Chairman
Stuart Robertson, the CIO. And then I think young Stardog and JFK are sitting patiently waiting in the wings. So let's hear from our manager, Steven Gerrard, MBE, and then we'll have a statement for Stuart Robinson.
Stephen, can you give us your thoughts on the current situation and how it's impacting world football?
Well, I think it's having a huge impact on football, as you know. Games getting cancelled, leagues getting put on hold around the world. But I think it's very much a time where football has to become secondary. You know, people's lives are at risks, people's businesses are at risks. So there's many more important things, much more important than football right now. But of course, it's having a huge impact, not just for us at Rangers, but every club around the world. But for me, it's very much a time where we all need to stick together and think about our own families first and foremost, and certainly put football secondary.
So how do we get through this?
Well, I think we have to be patient. This is a virus that is spreading very, very quickly around the world. I think we've got a duty of care, first and foremost for our own families and our own people at Rangers and our supporters, and then obviously wider society as well. So I think it's very much of just do everything you can to take precautionary measures to help the virus not spreading any quicker than it is. But it's certainly a very concerning time right now.
What about the players, and how do you plan for a potential long delay and the ramifications of that?
Well, I think players' welfare is paramount right now. We're doing everything we can from a medical point of view to put all the right precautions in place. I'm in regular contact with the board and the club on a daily basis to see what happens, but I think we've got to try and trust the authorities to try and find the right solutions. I'm not one who thinks we should be merging seasons and this type of stuff, because I think that has different types of problems for the players playing too much football in such a short space of time. I think we've got to be patient. As I say, football's secondary right now. What we have to do is just do everything we can at the training ground and at the club to protect the players so they don't obviously contact the virus, because then it has a lot more complications.
And from a footballing viewpoint, how do we solve this problem?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't have the answers, but what I would say is football is about supporters. The reason I joined Rangers was obviously to coach in front of the wonderful support we've got. I know all the players feel the same way. I don't think the right thing to do is to all of a sudden play all the games behind closed doors. I don't think that's fair at all. So we'll have to wait, we have to be patient, and let's hope that at some point there is a solution found, but I certainly don't have the answers in that department.
And do you have a message for the Rangers supporters as well at this time?
Yes, obviously I'm sure they're missing the football just like everyone else, but I think health and welfare is key and vital right now. So they need to look after themselves and take whatever precautionary measures they need to look after themselves and their families, because that is the first and foremost, the most important thing right now.
Well said.
Stephen, can you give us
Yeah,
your
well
thoughts
said.
on the current
Well said,
situation?
Mr. Gerrard.
It's impacting world
Public
football?
health's the most important thing, Bridge. Public health's the most important thing.
100%.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
we're all missing the football. It's hard to believe we had a game on Thursday, but we're still missing it. I was speaking to a boy the weekend. He said he does his coupon on a Saturday and he had his routine for the weekend, and he had to end up speaking to his missus, and he found out she'd been made redundant for Woolworths.
Woolworths. a long time relationship, that one.
Anyway, if you get a statement for the
I'll get a
CEO,
statement from Rangers today, from our managing director, Stuart Robertson, and it's called Rangers Position: The Impact of Coronavirus on Scottish Football.
Let's hear it, mate.
Right. Rangers are continuing to monitor the ongoing situation regarding coronavirus and its impact on football at all levels. I reiterate Stephen Gerrard's comments this morning that football is secondary to the health and well-being of the citizens of the United Kingdom. Life is precious, and as a society, we must endeavour to do everything we can to protect the most vulnerable in our community. As a club, we will continue to follow government guidelines and advice relating to the health and safety of all members of staff. It is our firm view that this season's league competition, 2019/20, is only complete when all 38 games are played by all teams. For the avoidance of doubt, we believe that final standings can only be confirmed when all games have been completed, not before. Any attempt to finish the season with a significant amount of games still to play impacts upon the integrity of the sport in Scotland. Furthermore, we are strongly opposed to playing games behind closed doors. Rangers fans have stuck by our club in the darkest of times. Their loyalty will not be forgotten, and they will not be left behind. We are cognizant of the uncertainty surrounding the future of many businesses and people's jobs because of the potential lengthy extended break. We must be mindful that football goes well beyond the results of a match. Football brings us all together. It provides countless people with a livelihood, and we will work to ensure no one runs roughshod over our people's lives. We will continue to maintain a watchful eye on the decisions of football's governing bodies. Let me reassure the fans that we will not be found wanting in this situation. End of statement.
All right, mate. Once again, public health, the most important thing, mate, and obviously the integrity of the league. We never coined the phrase sporting integrity, but sometimes it comes back to bite you in the backside, Bridge.
Oh, I do. And I think it's coming back to bite a particular club, not that far away. Because
I don't know what it gives is it gives some people a chance to get their teeth right into something, innit?
Like to get their teeth stuck in it, absolutely. I know a man that could do that all right.
You know, we've been joined by JFK and Stardog. Evening, lads.
Hi, Oxyar. Hi, Bridgeman. How are you?
Hello, JFK. You okay, Jimmy?
I'm good, aye.
Stardog, you all right?
I'm brand new, Bridgeman. How are you?
Excellent. Excellent, pal. Excellent, thanks.
The wee altercation in Asda last night.
A wee altercation?
Well, I was in Asda and as I was walking by this guy, a trolley was full of everything. It was toilet paper, sanitizers, milk, bread, you name it. And I gave him a right good mouthful, you know, and I shouting and bawling at him. and I gave him a few unmentionables and that, and he should be a wee bit more considerate about the elderly people. And he turned into me, he says, "Look, mate," he says, "I'm just doing my job. We just let me carry on filling the shelves now, please."
Got yourself, Jimmy. Got yourself. Let me continue doing the job.
He was an Asda.
I love it. I love it.
When he said the elderly was going to give you a mirror.
Hey, hey, hey! I've got all my own, you know.
Oh, your own teeth.
All my own.
By the way, that's one of life's mysteries, if that's true.
Well, I've got a few missing, but the rest are all my own.
I think you having all your teeth a bit like Trigger and his broom, mate.
Said 14 handles and 2 heads.
2 heads.
I love it. I love it.
Love the statement for the gaffer, and obviously for Stuart Robertson as well. Very well put to him. And I like you said there, Oxshare, about the phrase sporting integrity, you know, and come back and bite you big time. And
you're here, mate. Yeah, we never coined it. We never asked for any favours. We never asked for any. We never have done. All we ask is always a level playing field. Stardog, they're an older generation. Me, I'm in the middle, then you're younger.
Yeah.
What are you making of this? It's new to us all, and obviously football takes secondary. You've got the welfare of your family, mate. Yeah.
Aye, 100%, mate. I mean, these players have got families and that to worry about as well. You know, and the word sporting integrity, mate, it's getting flung about. You know, and like you say, Oxshare, we never coined that phrase, and sometimes it will come back to bite you. I think that statement was due for our club, mate. I think due to the rumblings that's been growing at their side of the city, I think the club had to come out and say something. In so many words, Gerrard never says, but you know, he told a lot of things that he didn't want, you know, which basically pointed to it gone to void or whatever for me. But they kind of just get gained titles. Hearts kind of just be relegated in my eyes, mate. It's everybody's health's got to come first, and you've got to do what you've got to do. But you can't just go awarding things out, mate.
I agree, mate. Yeah. I agree. If we were in the position that they were in, I wouldn't be expecting a league title, mate.
No
in these circumstances. But we would be the bigger club and the bigger people, because we are the people, JFK.
Yeah, 100%, mate. We are the people. You know, I watch various. I mean, I think everybody here and the guys in the lobby and the gals in the lobby watching every bit of news regarding not just what's happening around the world about the virus and that, but obviously how sport was dealing with it. And I think I saw about 7 or 8 interviews for different parts of the world, mostly for good English speaking countries and that. And every press conference I saw, every one of the managers spoke about about the impact of the coronavirus and how it would impact in life and that. No, but there we went. One man, if you can call him that, decided he was going to mention the titles. Not one of the other managers mentioned anything about titles. They just said regarding life. And that just shows you what they're made of. And it's not something that I want to go on about much, but or at all now, because I think we all know that we've all got elderly and friends and relatives and that. We need to look after them. And can I say just a wee all the guys out in the lobby, and I put a thing up my own Facebook. If you've got elderly neighbours who you know that are maybe living alone or that, don't walk by their gate, guys. Chat their door, see if they need anything.
You never know, they might need some teeth or something.
Aye,
but a putty or something. Maybe a bit of blue tack would help. I don't know.
All help will be appreciated. We claim to be one big family, and it's
super glue.
Yeah, don't let your neighbours and people that you know in your district, guys and gals, to go and help them. This is a bad time for the world. And I'm not saying that jokingly. It's look after everybody we're in. Doesn't matter who they are. Look after them all.
We go back to the Rangers scenario. people come first. Families, everybody, public safety, public health comes before any football match. So we'll take it as it comes. We're not going to talk about the virus, Bridge, because we don't know enough about it. Is that fair?
Oh yes, absolutely.
We don't want to put anything out there or say anything on the radio that's contrary to the advice that people are getting from the professionals. We'll be here for a medium if anybody needs any help, but we're going to have a talk really about football and talk about games gone by, particularly on the days that the show's on in the next few weeks. I think Dutchie's coming in to join us. We'll take Dutchie a call for Dutchie, and then we'll take a wee trip down memory lane, if that's all right with you, Stardog.
That's fine with me, mate. Sounds good.
All right, I think Dutchie's with us. Come on, Dutchie. Hiya, Bill. Yep. No, he's no ways.
No, put a shilling in the meter.
In it.
Shake it all about.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to start talking about history and different things that's happened on this day. We might get down to people's best teams. We're just going to have a show, keep developing just for an hour, because there's no really I want to talk about, but there's been some famous fixtures on this day, JFK. I don't know if you've had the time to look.
No, I have not, mate. I've been just doing other different things now. But no, I mean, but you're obviously going to gaze a bit of trip down memory lane, and we'll get onto that. Yep.
Yeah, I'm talking about we'll talk about for 1997. I know that's a few years ago for Stardog, 23 year. But that's and then you go back 1988. There was a famous game, 2003, 2008. All famous games that happened on this day. Two of them being League Cup finals. One we won in penalty kicks. For a late Chris Boyd equaliser for memory. Stardog 2008.
I'm pretty sure it was two Chris Boyd equalisers. I'm pretty sure we went behind twice in that game, mate. Aye, can I saved the day that day?
It was both Thirshire men that scored the goals, mate, but one of them was Kurt Broad. Sorry, he got booked. Chris Boyd
Naismith.
No, it was both Boyd that got the goal. Sorry, I was looking at the bookings there.
Right.
Boyd came on as substitute after 61 minutes and got the two goals.
Aye.
85th minute and the 113th minute, and we won in penalties.
Yeah, I remember
that
it well.
Was the start. This was the start of the sort of fixture congestion that year, 2008. GFK.
Aye.
The build up with everything.
Yeah, that was a momentous year. That went. It obviously didn't end the way we wanted it to, and kind of becomes sad for me in a lot of ways. You know, the way that I thought we were treated by a lot of people, because we had a good team that season. We punched above our weight in a lot of the games, especially in Europe. That was a great season. Apart from what happened, you know, we don't want to keep talking about them, what they did to us, you know, the lies that they told about things. But no, good trip down memory lane that year, mate.
Do you think you could get the team between you, aren't they? The starting 11, 3 substitutes. We used 14 players.
Can I start with the goalkeeper? Alexander.
That's you.
How?
It was Alan McGregor.
Was it? Oh, I thought he was injured.
You're out. Sorry, mate. You've lost.
That's fine. I take the sacrifice. I take the chance. Try to be smart.
How we doing, Dutchie?
Hi, good evening, Oxford. Apologies for earlier on. I pressed the wrong button.
That's all right, mate. That's Skype for you. How we doing, mate? How's the family? How's everybody in the Rangers?
No bad at all under the circumstances. Couple of things I'd like to mention, if you don't mind. First of all, I've sent you... Sorry?
On you go. Floor's all yours.
Yes. I sent you a photograph a few days ago of a new flag that was made by the new form.
You did, mate. You did
Utrecht Loyal. There's quite a few members there now. And my son Domjer, he started this with a few mates. And I'd just like to say hello to those that are listening tonight on the radio. It's Joe, who's an Englishman, who's a verified Rangers supporter. His father is Scottish, so obviously he's a Rangers supporter. And also the beautiful young lady called Barbara, who's originally from Brazil. She came to Holland, met my son, and he got her totally indoctrinated with Ajax as well as Rangers, and now she's very pro Rangers and Ajax. So she's another one who watches all the matches and listens to the radio stuff. But they're all shy of phoning in. I keep telling them, go on, phone in. It'd be nicer to hear somebody else from another part of the world, but nah, they're not phoning in, including my coward little youngest boy, Jamie, who is also a regular listener. In fact, he got me onto Rangers Radio originally, and it's his birthday today, and he never wants to phone in either, so there it is.
Well, know what Mrs. Dutchy, she's been on.
Yeah, I don't know where she is tonight. She was going out for a swim, but she hasn't returned yet. Hope she hasn't drowned.
Oh, I wish I had that kind of luck.
Now, the other thing was about the league. I know you more or less touched on that, but you more or less answered the question I was going to give you tonight was, what if we were in the position Celtic is in just now? And you also answered, and I think it was a very honourable answer, that we wouldn't be acting and speaking out the way Celtic is doing. However, Anne Budge said tonight that Hearts was going to take legal action. Would Rangers be doing the same? I don't think I heard anything in the statement about that.
Obviously, that's Hearts' business, Dutchy. What I would say is they're in a position where their business could be hugely affected by a decision that's you're changing the integrity of the system mid-league. Yeah.
Can I come in and
yeah.
Dutch, how you doing, Dutch? JFK here.
Hi, mate, Jimmy.
I'm all right. I didn't want to jump into the auction. I watched a full interview with Anne Budge, and she mentioned Rangers. And what she did say is that while they would be possibly taking legal action, she said that in her mind and others, club members in the league, would not like to see that the board, the SPFL, SFA board, make any decision. She wants it put to the members, because after the debacle in 2012, that's my word, debacle, no hers, when Rangers were looking to retain membership in the Scottish Premiership, then we had said at that time then that it had to be put to the members and not been made by a board. So hopefully that goes to the same thing, Dutchy, and that the teams in the league get to vote on it, and then they will take it for there, rather than it being left to the 5 or 6 individuals who could be possibly cajoled, if that's the right word, to make a decision that would be detrimental to Scottish football. Because after all, there was only one club that talked about integrity in Scottish football, and that was the Puddle Drinkers, no Glasgow Rangers. So it's got a wee while to run. I think if they do what we hope they don't do, and I don't even want to mention that, then I think Anne Budge will be the first one in the queue, Dutchy, to make inroads to having some sort of legal representation, mate.
No, that's good. That's good to hear.
Maybe. I mean, it's just a thought, and I'm just thinking out loud here. Maybe if you wanted to do that, you might agree to look after everybody and played each other twice, home and away, so it'd be even. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just wonder if you'd want to do that.
Yeah.
When would that? Were you talking about actually try to start the league up again? Like
No. I'm just saying, if you wanted to look at it, so that you go back and you say, right, okay, let's make it even, so that everybody's played each other once, home and away. What if Rangers and Celtic and other clubs nominated their best PlayStation 4 player? And we play it on there. We will nominate Stardust.
Can I just? I am in there, man, like a dog eating beans. But can I just say, see what you're saying there, Jimmy, about it going to a vote, right? Just for talking sake here, say it did go to a vote with the SPFL clubs, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, St Mirren St Mirren and Hamilton are automatically going to vote that they get the title, because that means that they're ensured their safety in the league. Motherwell and Aberdeen are probably going to vote it in, because that ensures that they're getting their European football next year. You know, they're obviously going to vote it in because it ensures them the title. You got a good few teams, mate, voting for it. I don't like the vote going to a vote, Jimmy. I really don't. I don't like leaving this in their club's odds.
But they need to
It needs to be.
it needs to be done. It needs no. I was talking to a Bridgeman earlier today. And 23rd October, I've got it here. 23rd October, the Scottish Premiership League Committee decided with its members clubs that the 11-1 vote would no longer be something they would go forward with. It was decided at today's meeting that the ratio would be now from this day forward 9-3 Oxshire. So it has to be a 9-3 vote. That was on the 23rd of October 2012.
That does point we might be struggling. Anyway, we've been joined by a caller, which is great, considering we've not asked for any, but fantastic. How we doing, caller?
Hi, Oxford, it's Willie. I'm up in my Moz. I'll tell you the reason I'm phoning, right? You were mentioning, Jimmy was mentioning. You hear me?
Aye, we can hear you.
Aye, no, it's just this phone isn't too clever. See, I'm pal with Big Davey, right? He's the controller, the whole of the Copeland Road, right? And he told me on Wednesday, and I nearly lost my ticket, by the way, because I was getting that Nick Walsh Big Licks. He's an ex-season ticket holder at Parkhead, and I was getting him Big Licks. And there was about 25 complaints, Jimmy, believe it or not, so-called fans all around about you. And they all be doing insist to Davey about me and my language and all the rest of it. That's your own kind, eh? No bad. I've sat in the Copeland Road for the bullshit. Anyway, every one of the Germans, Jimmy, they were all tested. That's the reason they were allowed to come to Ibrox. Now, David told me that himself. I says, you're joking. He says, no, well, he says, it was 1,800 tickets hoarded back. He says, so the 1,800 that never came obviously must have tested positive. So there you go. So that came for the horse's mouth. That's not a lot of nonsense.
All right, Willie, thanks for that, mate.
No bother.
Keep in touch with the next few weeks, mate, and I hope your mum and everybody in your family stay safe.
Well, as I say, the good thing about it, just before I go up here, she's at the hospital. I'm not having her going back in, because if she gets back in, she'll be coming out in a box. You know what I mean?
Well, we had that
no
with
way.
Fox. We had to kind of get Fox out, smuggle them out. We left something in, so if you find any spare teeth, we're looking for a set.
Right, no bother. Right, take it easy. No surrender.
Cheers, Willie.
We are the people. Cheers.
I mean, what Stardog said there is perfectly right about the ones who would vote no vote for it, Oxshire. You know, I mean, you look at the table, mate. You know, it's obviously only if there was it, there would, to me, in my mind, if the
Us and Hearts, Jimmy, that's the only two teams that would contest it. Us and Hearts.
Us and Hearts. I mean, Hamilton are 4 points ahead, and Ross County are another 2 points ahead of that, and then you've got St Mirren with the same.
Jimmy, hold on, Jimmy. Would it not mean they would have to wait until what they actually want to do? Are they saying they're going to have their promotions as well from the first division and so on and so forth? So are all the positions going to remain the same, and then the promotions?
It's not as easy as that.
Sure, you've got to filter us all the way down to the bottom league as well. Jimmy, hold on, Jimmy. It's going to have to happen that there are teams sitting there. They're 1 point behind the other team, one in front, and they've got a game in hand. I mean, how can that be worked out? But I'm not saying they can't. All I'm saying is, if they're going to vote it, you can't just have the top league voting it. You've got to have everybody voting it, because it's going to affect every single team.
And then you've got the player position. How would you work that?
Right, well, that's what I'm saying, Bridgeman. You know, they're two separate entities, is the SPFL and the Scottish League, right? So you're right what you're saying. No, the SPFL tomorrow is a big meeting. They'll decide, as Anne Budge says, that she feels that the board shouldn't be voting on it. It should be the members, the clubs. So the SPFL.
You mean the Premiership? No, hold on. It's the Premiership you're speaking about.
The Scottish
The
Premiership.
SPFL
Aye.
Premiership, but you
Aye.
still got the SPFL Championship and
No,
all
well,
that.
the Premiership. Right, the
Right, okay.
12 clubs, the 12 top clubs, if
Right,
they
okay.
decide tomorrow that they're going to make a statement that that they would like to see, or they want to see them being promoted, put in as champions, and Hearts relegated.
I think they'll also have to watch about the businesses, because obviously if them as a league say that's the league finished and it's done, they might have no recourse with insurers. But if the government say, look, because of this, you're going to have to stop all football, the clubs might have insurance to kick in. So the clubs will be looking at that as well.
Can I tell you, I've got the insurance thing I've been doing, because when we spoke the other day, we got a lot of insurance things up here. The insurance thing covers, right?
What
now,
you go compare?
Aye, go compare that. No, because I mean, as you say, it's we have no Fitbit, and there was only Fitbit a few days ago. But when you've got it in your head that there's no going to be Fitbit for a while, then you start to go and try and do other things. And everything for me is, like I say, apart from my family, it's all Fitbit orientated, especially Rangers. But there's a thing here that's bouncing about, Oxshare, Bridgeman, and what it's saying is that in order for the clubs or the SPFL Premiership to go for a null and void league season would mean that the clubs would then possibly, and it's saying possibly, lose out on any insurance endowments that they may have.
That's what I just said.
Aye, but what happens then is that then it would leave the door open. That if they made it null and void, it would leave it open for season ticket holders to demand their money back, which the clubs would be entitled to do, and also any sponsorship. So it becomes
clubs would be in trouble with cash flow, mate.
Aye, so then it's
still go to pay the wages, and they would have money coming instead of money coming out in for supporters. They'd have money gone to supporters.
Yeah, and it says here as well. Get into the SPFL Championship. As it stands, Dundee United on 59 points, and Inverness, Caledonian Thistle on 45, with Dundee below them in 41, and Ayr United in 40. As there is only a 4.5 point gap spread between these three teams who are in the playoff positions, how would they react to not being given a chance of promotion to the Premiership?
Aye.
So there's hundreds of cans of worms there, mate, isn't there?
Aye. I mean,
look,
Dutch, when you go before we go back to Dutchy, mate.
Just to say, when Ayr United, mate, I was looking at the table today, and Ayr United were a part-time team, mate, just no longer than 2.5-3 seasons ago, and that'll be 2 years in a row that they've managed to get into the playoffs. And for a wee team like Ayr United, mate, that's a great achievement. And I think for them to be denied the right of their playoff after working so as hard as they've done in the season so far, it's wrong, mate. I think your playoff teams relegating Partick with 2 points as well. There's not going to be very many clubs that are only going to go for them getting that league, mate. There'll be very, very few clubs that go get in favour of us, really. 3 or 4 5 clubs, mate, I can think of off the top of my head. Everything else, Oxshare, like you say.
I think you're getting the argument all wrong. It's nothing to do in favour of us, mate. It's in favour.
No, I'm not talking about in favour. That's my point.
It's about the sporting integrity of the whole setup. This is a unique circumstance. This is like Bridgeman will remember 1939 when war broke out. The leagues were suspended.
The leagues were suspended. That's right.
But see what you're saying with the cash flow problems, Ox. A lot of clubs would be happy just to wrap everything up and get their money because they can't afford to keep clubs afloat. A lot of these clubs, but even mid-table clubs.
But it's what money they would get, and then what they'd have to pay out, and what they'd have to pay back, and whether they'd be insured for it, depending on the decision they're made. Dutchy, anything to add, mate?
Sorry, mate?
Anything to add? Any thoughts?
Yeah, well, I don't know whether I should be mentioning this on radio, but you know me, I always mention things that we should mention. But is it a wee bit of karma? A lot of these clubs voted against Rangers. They voted us down, and now they're in the position because of this horrible virus that they may go out of business.
That's a potential for some of the. I mean, there's businesses all over the country going to be backs against the wall because of cash flow.
Absolutely.
I Some of these clubs who use their, like Kilmarnock, for instance, maybe use their stadium on a daily basis, it might be shut, and the cash flow is going to fall, plummet.
Off a cliff.
Aye.
Can I say something, Oxford?
Yeah, on you go, mate.
I just wanted to say that, as far as I'm led to believe, based on the wee things that I've read, the null and void is the best solution for these clubs that we're speaking about, because actual insurance could kick in, whatever insurance they've got, that it could kick in, and that might solve their problems. Because, shall we say, it was decided by, let's say, a higher authority, the leagues. Talk about the top leagues, maybe Europe, and if it's not classified as an act of God, the coronavirus is an act of God, but not the decision to call a halt. You know what I mean?
Bridgeman, you've read that wrong, mate. I've got it in front of me here. A null and void decision by the Scottish Premiership League in Scotland would mean that prize money could be withheld from the sponsors, mainly Sky Sports and BT Sports. Also, the funding down from 1st to 12 would not be paid out as if the league.
That's a could, Jimmy. That's a could.
That's a guaranteed. If they don't,
guaranteed. None of these things are guaranteed.
Well, if they say it's null and void, then
I'm trying to say to you now. If it comes from Europe, for instance, then it's come from above. So they could turn in and say all leagues are null and void. This season's null and void, and it's up to them to make sure the monies are good for the clubs. As far as I'm concerned, that's it. They might turn in and say, let's leave it to the local FA and the
I think they will.
Football leagues. If they do that, then I would imagine they'll just get to Celtic and possibly relegate Hearts. Wouldn't they? But they're only going to be talking about the Premiership. And people like myself are not more concerned, but we want to see this fairness and integrity going all the way through the leagues, right down to the sort of the last team in the league that could be getting relegated because of this, and it could be totally unfair. So somewhere along the line, someone's got to be able to talk about the whole league and what that means. Null and void might be the only answer to the problem, in my opinion.
What you've got is a situation because of past historical events where the vast that you've obviously won, you can't extend the league programme. I don't know if they're going to Japan this year, but I doubt it. So they told you, for the goodness of Scottish football, we can't extend the league season. It can't happen because of sporting integrity. Some of the things are coming back to bite them in the backside. They've put themselves in a corner that they can't get out of.
I have to admit, though, go on.
Yeah, sorry. I think it's the same as travelling to another country. Say I have a flight booked to, say, Switzerland, and the Foreign Office says Switzerland is not a country that you can fly to safely because of the virus. Then my travel insurance will pay out. I think it's the same with the league, because the decision wasn't paid. A decision hasn't been made whether what we're going to do whatsoever. And once the decision is made, I think insurance kicks in.
I think that's true, Dutch, but I think it's got to come from the higher source. So it's got to come from UEFA, just for saying sake. And that takes all the problems and burdens away from the local area. So UEFA turns and says null and void, and that's it. And from a government, maybe at a government level. So I just don't know. Well, I'd be interested to find out how it's going to work out. I just hope it doesn't work out that they gave them the championship.
I'm sure the story will run and run, but I think Domanok's joined us. Well, he was with us.
Hello, Domanok. How are you doing?
Stop talking to yourself.
Oh, sorry.
He's gone.
Oh dear. He'll come back in.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Listen, I'm sure this story will run and run, JFK, and we'll have a lot to say about it when it does be finalised, and it might run for a lot longer than we imagine, mate.
I think there'll be a lot of clarity tomorrow regarding the 55 member nations of the UEFA. But there's a big conference call which the SPFL are party, along with FIPRO, and how that's going to pan out. And I think we'll be on tomorrow for longer than an hour or whatever, because I think there will be some sort of decision made going along with Bridgman saying that the UEFA delegates hierarchy might turn in conjunction with other 55 members and say that all clubs either give them the title or they make them null and void. So that'll be interesting tomorrow. I think it's 1 o'clock tomorrow, and I don't know how long that'll run for. I would imagine it'll probably run for a few hours
I'm
before
sure they know that there'll be people taking legal advice, because some of the leagues in Europe, I think in particular the German one's really tight this year, yeah?
Yeah, it is. The German title's really tight. You know, PSG are 12 points ahead, and they've already come out and say that they would rather the season was null and void. They wouldn't be happy with taking the trophy.
Even
So is Holland.
the way that Klopp...
Fantastic.
Yeah,
aye, fantastic. You know,
such a clash with that one, wasn't it?
Aye. But I think tomorrow's is in football terms. We know everything else that's happening around the world, but in football terms for us guys here, I think we'll get a bigger picture of what's happening. These are the guys that run the football, so it'll be good. It's good to see. Wish I could listen to it, but obviously we can't.
Domano's with us. Domano, we're getting a lot of rattling for you. I know it's your change, but how you doing, mate?
Aye, not bad, lad. Not bad.
How you doing, Domano?
Aye, all good, guys. Just to get back to something one of you was saying earlier on to Jimmy, or we'll call him Compare Bear, about the games.
Very good, Domano. Like that.
I like that.
Don't have any ammunition.
I don't know if it was Ox or Bridgman was going on about the games already played, Jimmy. I don't know if you got it. He was talking about we've played all the teams once already. Well, Celtic has, and we only need to play St Johnstone at home, and that's just played the exact amount of games.
That's right, mate, aye.
So that means they're sitting with 58 points as it stands. We're sitting with 57. And if we get to play our last game, even it up, surely that's sporting integrity.
Of course it is, mate. I totally agree with you.
Did you get what I was trying to say there, Domano? Did you?
I did, aye, mate.
I'm only looking for sporting integrity. Is that a lot to ask for?
Certainly not.
I don't think we're going to get it after the SFA or the SPFL. No. So, as I said, we need to look at what's fair.
The board member, the club members need to make a vote on it, Domano. And it's up to their conscience how they want it to run. But I think it's got a long way to go. You know, as soon as if the way we're seeing it, if Hearts decide that they're going to go for a legal road, then they'll not be giving anybody any titles very soon. So it's got a long way to run.
But are they not just trying to survive? So they'll get sweetened up by a reconstruction, a restructure.
Well, that's a possibility.
That would need to be voted in by everybody. Restructuring.
And then there's losers in that as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to make it a 14-team league if you got time.
Ooh! Wow! All to please one club. Wow! Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do, though, man. As I was saying to Jimmy, I think if a decision's made at the highest level, then it just takes other decisions away from the people just above us, i.e. the SFA. So they have a vote over in Europe, and they decide, right, well, majority votes, make it null and void, and everybody should be paid and release the funds, whatever funds are there, and go on with it.
Yeah. See, the thing is as well, it's not just about a league title being awarded. It's accessing the Champions League. That's 20 million.
It's everything. Absolutely, it's everything. But it could be. Listen, I'm not being funny.
Listen, we might cut off. In some respects, we might cut off our nose to spite your face. What you might be saying is you have to go with last season's positions and go forward because you've not got a result.
Can I just say that I don't think that would be. It would probably end up like that. That they would say the season's null and void. But the positions will remain insofar as Europe's concerned. Simple. There's only four positions, isn't there? Well, two a Champions League and then four. What do you call that? I don't think we're going to argue with that. Nobody will argue with it.
But Celtic being top last year, but they're getting potential access to £20 million. That's no pennies.
Look,
I don't think
the
you
truth
can
is,
cover it any other way, mate.
Yeah, they're going to. Unless we would win the league, we're not going to get there. And I don't think very many people thought we would have won it, but we could have, given the situation. So a null and void, and then they could turn in and say, right, the position stand for the European places, and that's it done. That's the way they could go. I'm only giving them. I think what they might do, because that gets them out of a hole. Because at the end of the day, that's what they want. They want into Europe, but I think the most important thing for them across the city is getting the 9th title. And if they don't get that awarded to them, then they've had it.
But surely if it's the most important thing for them, mate, they roll up their sleeves and they go again.
Yes, but that's their 9 in a row's gone. If they don't get awarded this year, they've not won 9 in a row. If they don't get awarded that title, they don't win 9 in a row, and therefore 10 in a row is gone. So bye.
Oh well. I'm after the man up with sporting integrity. Is that a lot you ask for?
Nope. That's all we want.
But I mean, the Puddles Rinkers have had 14 games at home. We've only had 11. You know, and the same with the away games. Oh, so they would more than
anyway,
us.
I'm sure this story will run. I want to take us back to another bit of history in 2008, which you could argue was the start of what the sporting integrity calls it.
Aye. Where were we at that? We get kind of went off on a tangent there.
Stardog had a real go. He went first and said he put his hat on it, tenner in. And,
what was it for? What was that for again?
For the goalkeeper. It was 50-50 and he got it wrong.
All right. I got you now. Right, aye. You said Alan McGregor, so you did, aye.
No, I said Alexander.
He went for
No,
Alexander.
no, it was Alan McGregor, wasn't it? Aye.
Tenner down, Stardog.
That's no my guess, by the way.
So we only got to the goalkeeper.
We got it wrong.
Right.
Right, so right back, still playing.
Yeah, but you mentioned him earlier on. Was it no Clubfoot?
Correct.
Yep.
You gave that away earlier on. You gave that away earlier on.
You said see him now, yeah.
Aye.
Left back, very consistent for his Stardog.
Sasa.
Aye, Sasa perfect.
Brilliant player. Very, very, very underrated, mate. He was a 7+ every week for me. What a player.
The man up, we're getting a lot of interference for you, mate.
I'll drop it, lads, then. I'll drop it. I don't know what's happening. Good to hear you, by the way.
Something's
Cheers,
loose,
man.
mate.
Chat soon,
Brad.
lads.
Cheers, mate.
Buddy.
So we got 2 centre backs. One went on to become assistant manager, and one who had 1 season with us and was really consistent.
Davey Weir.
Well,
Correct.
Davey Weir, assistant manager, yeah.
Carlos Cuellar.
Oh, I like Carlos Cuellar, I like him.
Midfield 3, I think. Well, 4.
Captain.
4.
Captain Barry.
Captain Barry, yeah.
Yep. The other one became captain.
Steve Davis.
Correct. One was a sitter. Played with a lot of clubs. One of them being West Ham.
Danny. No.
And Danny played, but that's
I know. Christian Daly.
Christian
Correct.
Daly, for God's sake.
Oh.
Was Danny not playing that day?
Aye, I said aye.
Aye.
Oh, sorry, pal. I do apologise.
Bridge, man, take the team off of Google, mate. We know you can read.
Google, aye. I can't do Google.
Up front, Stardog.
Nacho Novo.
Nah. Have you get any right?
Aye, I get Sasa Papic right. And Davis. He's a break.
Who's coming in with the noise?
Was the bin man playing?
No, Chris Boyd come on as a sub, didn't he?
Who did they replace then?
Did he know that? No, this is. It wasn't Dart Civil. He played in all.
Both
Oh, it
Boyd
was
and
Big
Darcy.
Kuzan.
Kuzan wasn't there at that time, mate.
You know the bin man?
Kuzan was there at that time, mate.
But he wasn't playing, I'm saying. He wasn't in the squad.
Well, that day, particularly, he was there.
No, he was there, but he wasn't in the squad because I know that Boyd and Darchibald were there, but they were subs, weren't they?
You know McCulloch?
McCulloch played, yes. Bridgeman, stop reading. You're showing half now. Last one. Last one.
Don't know who else there was.
Last one for you, Stardog, to redeem yourself.
DeMarcus Beasley.
No.
Jeez. Just counting me out of these things.
So who are you looking for here? I already said...
Still playing, still.
Right, so it wasn't Dartford, it wasn't Boyd, it wasn't Kuzan, it wasn't Novo. Was it Miller?
Somebody's got bad interference there. My God, what's that?
Right, Stardog, with a lot of interference for you now, mate. But the last one was Chris Burke.
Oh, aye.
With the substitutes of Darcyville, Chris Boyd and Stephen Whittaker. We won in penalty kicks after being twice behind with a few minutes to go. Some people would say a classic cup final, but we caught because of the circumstances of the year, Bridgeman, eh?
Yeah. Did Chris Boyd not try to claim a hat trick? Has that a hat trick for that?
Aye, because he scored in the penalty shootout.
Scored the paper. I remember seeing the papers, aye.
Don't blame him. Bridgeman, come off a mute. Come on.
Sorry, boys.
Yeah, you're on mute.
I'm not now.
We know. Right, but there was also, obviously, on this game, there was another few famous games, but time's got away from us. Would you believe it? This shows a doddle when you do it for an hour, innit?
It works well. It works well.
Look, I'm sure there'll be some more details, Brett, JFK, about what's happening in Scottish media. Maybe there might be some calls for UEFA or whatever tomorrow, but it's not the most important thing in the world. So I just hope that everybody in the Rangers family stays safe, mate.
Of course, Ryan. Just do what they tell you today, guys and gals. You know what the instructions they give you, and take care of yourselves and everybody else. But I mean, as Oxshire said, we'll try and get on here as many nights as we can for a wee talking about the Rangers, and that's what it's all about. But more so, keep yourselves and your families safe. And Rangers family means everything to everybody. And just as the saying goes, just be careful out there. I can't remember what show that was.
The Streets of San Francisco.
No, it wasn't. It was a Polish show. Can't remember what it was called. Hull Street Blues. Oh, me and you're getting my age away there. Mental stuff.
Bridgeman, obviously we'll be back and we're going to keep the show going so that we'll need football, so we're going to be on every night as much as we can, just talking about all games and the news if it develops, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely. You want me to finish up?
I'll just give Stardog there. I'll bring him in quickly. Stardog, I know your mic's not whatever. You're getting some interference. You all right, mate?
Don't know. You tell me. Do I sound better?
You sound a bit clearer. We're not getting interference. It was coming across you, mate. Yeah.
Yep. That's better, mate. That's good to know.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow night. Stardog, all right?
Aye, sounds good to me, mate. Just thanks everybody for listening in. And just like Jimmy says, keep it safe out there.
All right. And Bridgeman.
What can I say? A marvellous night. Thanks for putting the show on, guys. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Well done, Oxshire, and everybody else. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here, on Rangers Radio, every single one is please keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers really, really, really need us. Keep it going.
Here. Just to reiterate, everybody stay safe, look after each other. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night at 9 o'clock talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Terry and Foxy Boy.